We are here in Chicago, Illinois, at the Holiday Inn Express Magnificent Mile location. Apparently in the historic Hotel Cass. I thought it was pretty cool that they incorporate the history of this building everywhere you go, even though it is, a major branded hotel, part of a major chain. I got here a little early and checked in right at 3 o'clock, which is coincidentally their check-in time, so there weren't a lot of rooms open. So the only place they had to put me was just on the second out of, I believe, 16 floors, which I was fine with. At least they got me in. And the only downside to that is that, I don't think many of the rooms here, aside from the ones in the front, really have much of a view, and that's exacerbated when you're down here, but you'll see that in a minute. But real quick, we have actually a pretty interesting lock. I've never seen this particular model before. I like how the light on the outside is sort of built into the key slot. It does have an electronic deadbolt, so doing this only lets people know outside if they use like a master key that you want privacy. But the deadbolt automatically engages anytime you close the door. Got your latch lock up here. So we're well taken care of in the security department. So this is a downtown hotel, and not only that, but it's also a historic hotel. So it changes the game a little bit with a room like this. Namely that, back in the day, hotel rooms were smaller, especially in urban areas like this. So the room is a little bit cozy, but very functional from what I've seen so far. So let's take a better look around here. We'll start with the bathroom, since it's right here by the door as you come in. You can see, I'm not terribly fond of the sink vanity that they used. Like, it's fairly attractive looking at a glance, but when you really look at it, there was room to put something larger here, where you could have had a little more storage space, and for some reason they didn't. So all you really have is just this little ledge up here, and a little room behind it. So I'm not very fond of this vanity. It's also not in the world's greatest condition. Good water pressure, though. And, the mirror that they picked in here, combined with that light and the very interesting flusher on the toilet, sort of gives this a little more of a, public bathroom vibe than a boutique urban hotel vibe. I'm guessing that this most interesting toilet is probably a necessity, if the plumbing output is all the way up here, they were probably a little bit limited in the type of toilet they could use. Still doesn't really look great. Got like your standard budget hotel towel rack right here. But thankfully things do get better once you actually turn toward the back. They have this kind of cool shower with the subway tile. And it actually is real subway tile, it's not just a backer. So it has more of a high-end look and kind of helps class up otherwise not the best bathroom. You have this awesome setup Holiday Inn Express uses with the locking full bottles of shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel. Though, would you look at that? They gave me 2 shampoos and no shower gel. Lovely. But you have a little bit of storage with these 2 bins right here, which is nice. The tub itself actually looks like it's in very nice condition. Kind of interesting how the drain and the plumbing fixtures are not perfectly centered. Probably, again, necessitated by the older plumbing in the building. Shower head actually looks like it's in pretty fair condition. Let's try turning this thing on real quick. Good water pressure. I think this is not on the most ideal setting right now. No, it's actually a pretty nice shower. Got a little bit of rust and wear and tear, like some kind of sloppy caulking they're trying to use to fix grout back there. But overall, the bathroom works, but certainly not the way that I would have utilized this relatively limited space. Get one last look here. So on to the rest of the room. So with a smaller room without a lot of natural light, I think the one thing that you don't want to do when somebody first comes in is put like the world's dimmest wall sconce light. This thing, it almost looks like it has a nightlight bulb in it, but I think it's a small halogen bulb. But you got all the room in the world for like a real light. Why would you do this to make the front of the room a cave? Again, this room has decent bones. It just seems like they made some kind of poor decisions when they renovated here. Then, speaking of poor decisions, just why? Why would you arrange the furniture like this? So you have your nice little, squeeze here where you can trip over this thing in the middle of the night on your way to the bathroom. And all this is just to house the coffee and the mini fridge, but this probably would have been better placed somewhere else, or they could have not used like a full-length bench on this little wall here. Though I'm not very fond of that, and I suspect that's probably, well, is this a permanent fixture? Okay, it's not. So I don't know if that's necessarily against code, but I don't think it's really advisable. But it is nice that you have, a nice big area to sit down, maybe throw your bag. Over here, there's actually a real closet with a door, got a full-length mirror. The door opens into the lamp. Got a little bit of storage in here that opens into the door. Got a luggage rack thrown in here, some hangers, and a safe up on top. For the size of the room, it's a decent amount of storage. But yeah, not very fond of that setup either. Mini fridge does look to be in good condition. A little bit of crud right there. Clean for the most part. Take a look at the microwave. Microwave looks very nice and clean. Got your Keurig single cup coffee maker up here. Little ice bucket. They actually gave me a little luggage tag as a gift for being Platinum Elite when I checked in, which is kind of cute. So you have your lamp here, and then a nice big light fixture that, up on the ceiling that does do a good job of making the back of the room feel a lot more homey and warm. I will say, the bathroom and this part of the room, I'm not really crazy about the setup they did. I like what they did back here, though. They didn't make it too cluttered because it's a very small room. It looks inviting. I always love IHG bedding. And you can see here you've got your down comforter with duvet, nice linens, nice pillows. Really nothing to complain about here. Seems like a very nice mattress, and it has a protective cover on it. Good move on their part. Yeah, it's a very nice mattress. So the bed is definitely a big pass. Got plenty of outlets here next to the bed. There is actually a little room to scoot by back here. You've got your TV up on the wall. I don't really know where else they could have put it in here, so I guess it was a pretty good choice. And then it's actually a nice, high quality granite top desk that just fits in this little nook over here perfectly. And even though this room is not exactly a room with a view, I mean, you can see we're looking into the crevice between two buildings here, our hotel being the one on the left, and a bunch of air conditioning units of some sort. But I mean, this, big deal. It's a historic hotel in an urban area. This is just the way they were built back then. I do like the HVAC system that they've got in here, being built into the wall like this. That's not something that you often see in a historic property. You'd more expect to see a window-mounted PTEC unit or something. You can see where they've chewed up the wall a little bit and done not a great job spackling it. I guess the desk keeps running into it or something. There is an outlet on the desk. Might be nice to have a little more than that, but at least there's something. So this is an interesting one. The building is cool. I like the fact that they so closely tie the identity to it, to its history. I think it also helps people, maybe be a little more accepting of the fact that the rooms aren't quite as large or potentially well equipped as a newer hotel. I think it's a good move on their part. But they're not doing themselves any favors with the way this room is set up. Between the lemon squeeze here and the public bathroom setup going on in the bathroom. So I'm a little mixed on this one. I mean, it's certainly a perfectly fine place to spend the night. I'm just here on point, so I didn't actually, pay for the room myself. But it just seems like there's some potential here that they're not realizing. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, as always. Really hope you enjoyed this video, and that is it.